Welcome back, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. This is Brownlow Books, and I recently read The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Now, some of you may know this book as The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. That was just a thing I think only America did, because I bought this in Canada. I think it's a thing that only America did because it was around the same time that The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was coming out, so I feel like they just changed that little bit, made it a half. I don't know. I'm going with it. So, this was a book club pick. Not my pick. I did already own it before she picked it. There's that. So, let's get into it. It is a murder mystery. I'm going to try very, very hard not to give spoilers, but I feel like that might be difficult. So I'm putting here's my little flashing disclosure. It might happen, and I won't know until we get there. So, try my best. You might be disappointed. Isn't that the theme of this fucking channel? Yo, what? Alright. 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. It is murder mystery. It says right here, Agatha Christie meets Groundhog Day. I've never actually seen Groundhog Day, to be fully honest. But I understand the premise of living the same day over and over again. So, that's kind of what it is. Our main character wakes up in a dude. And he's like... goes through the day, talks to the other people at this estate in England, crumbling, old. Family hasn't been in it for years because of a death of a child, blah, blah, blah. You learn that stuff. It's fine. And he falls asleep at night after having Evelyn Hardcastle be murdered and wakes up the next day in a different body and keeps going on and has to solve this murder. So that's the most I can give you the plot, having actually read it without giving away anything more, because that's kind of like what they'll give you when you're looking at it, right? It's fine. So, the sort of 1920s, I think it is, murder mystery of it is enjoyable. I enjoyed that very much. It was weird to appear in a different body every day and only really learn what that person knows. It's not necessarily wiped blank from the previous day, but like doesn't remember everything kind of thing, right? So like the 1920-ish vibe was a thing that I enjoyed about this. I enjoyed a lot of the characters. It's a really nice diverse range of like different kinds of people that are going to be at this estate, because you get to see like what the workers are doing, you get to see what the family's doing, you get to see what all these guests are doing. You get a little bit more of the story each day, which is I kind of like. At the same time, what I do not like, it's not necessarily, this book's not necessarily a mystery that you can solve. The way that it's run, you can't necessarily solve it. Now, that being said, my little tabby right here, you notice maybe a quarter of the way into the book, was where I was like, this. And turns out, I didn't get all the tidbits and all the little things, but I was like, this is going to be our big reveal at the end. And I was right. So there's that. You know, it's I can't even tell you what the fuck it is. It's just a trope that I'm aware of. And when they said this, I was like, that. And that's how I got about a quarter of the way through. This is what's going to happen. Now, that did not solve everything. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of mysteries that all kind of intertwine in this book. So, what I was saying is that I did not necessarily like how we can solve it, because we cannot solve it. It very much feels like a thing that you cannot solve. My book club agreed. They were like, I like a murder mystery. We all enjoy a murder mystery. But you can't really solve this one until you're right at the end, and they basically tell you what it is. You don't have all the information. If this is a thing that's going to frustrate you, maybe don't read this book. That being said, it's also not just a murder mystery. It's kind of a genre-bending murder mystery. It's not just like like, straight up murder mystery. It's got this other little thing happening at the same time where you're like, that has to do with him being in a different body every day. That's most I can give you for that without fucking ruining it. That being said, when they say Agatha Christie meets Groundhog Day, I actually got more of a, like, The Good Place. And my book club group was like, Black Mirror? That, maybe even that's too much? I prefaced, if you're still here and this is spoiling shit for you, you did this to your fucking self, alright? So, that was being said. None of us actually rated this book. This is the first time ever that my book club has not rated a book. We enjoyed it, and we also felt indifferent was kind of the biggest things that I got from it. It was enjoyed, but it wasn't what it was said to be, and therefore we kind of didn't love it the way we could have. That's fair, right? So, I went on to Goodreads. It is 230,526 ratings currently on Goodreads for this book. They're at a 3.88. So, that's a respectable score. That's a respectable rating, you know. It's not quite a 4. It's respectable. All right. The reason I think it has that, and this is a thing I see in book groups on Facebook all of the time, or like people talking on Instagram or whatever, about this book, is that they don't understand it. They got confused, they don't understand it, they don't understand what's going on, and so the cat's destroying shit on the other side of the room. The reason they don't get it. Like, I didn't get it. It's confusing. Like, that, I understand where they're coming from, because, like I said, it is not a traditional murder mystery. So, I understand where those people are coming from. The ones who are like, I didn't get it at all. I'm kind of like, really? Not at all? Not even a little bit? It's kind of laid out for you in the end. No disrespect. That's where we are with this. If sort of a really, really dark The Good Place was your kind of thing, and this is the book for you. If you like Black Mirror, I've never watched it, this is what I'm going from a book group, it'd be a thing for you. I'm not sure it would actually be your jam if you just enjoyed Agatha Christie style murder mysteries. Because like I said several times now, it bends a genre. So I feel like this is a pretty specific kind of person who's gonna like this book. That being said, I am quite interested in his second book because it's a fucking, like, murder mystery with pirates. And I'm like, have I seen fucking pirates before doing a murder mystery? So, I mean, that's what I'll say. I enjoyed this enough that I'm gonna go seek out his other book based on what it says, knowing that it could end up like this book. I'd say that's what authors want. You read my book, you liked it, here's another one. Right? So that's all I'll say about that. And that's all I'll say about this book. That's it. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you around next time.